Hiyo, Silas here. Welcome in today's review, where I will talk about Titan's Return, Overlord.
Overlord kann sich in alles verwandeln. Als Düsenjet, Raumfahrtbasis oder Roboter ist er der Super-Transformer.
But before we get into the review, I want to mention this fig was donated to us by today's sponsor, VRG Crafts. If you want to see some awesome Transformers customs that range from small paint apps to whole rebuilded parts of a figure, you can go check out the link in the description. Overlord. That character was created and introduced in the Japan-only G1 series, Transformers Super God Master Force. In it, he was the main bad guy, but this figure is mostly based on his IDW incarnation. In that story, Overlord was one of the Cybertron gladiators. He was known for being unbeatable. With one expectation, Megatron was the only gladiator to ever defeat Overlord, which gave him a gigantic paranoia over losing. Later in the war, he joined the Decepticon army just to satisfy his lust for battles. That mania from battle, combined with many upgrades he received from Shockwave, made Overlord one of the strongest Decepticons ever. That would give him an honor of joining the Phase Sixers, a special team that was supposed to be the strongest of what Decepticons had. The team consisted of Six-Shot, Sky Shadow, and Overlord himself. Oh boy, that was some backstory. This fig of Overlord was released in 2017 in the leader class of toys. As mentioned earlier, this toy is based on his IDW design, with small bits and details from the G1 toy. Overlord is mostly kept in this really weird color mix. His upper torso is white, blue and black, where his legs are blue and turquoise. I know that the colors sound really random, but somehow they work. Talking about the sculpted details, nice! He has a bunch of panels, lines and other mechanical crap. His stomach has this six-pack of a grenade launcher and this plate that in the G1 toy could actually extend. His chest also has some lovely mechanical details, the same as his head sculpt. I can say that it's pretty sexy, but sadly his lips aren't as sexy as the comic ones. It seems that that thing became Megatron's stick. And I don't like that this helmet is so gigantic that it covers his eyes. You don't know how hard it is to take a picture where you can see them. It kinda feels like a kid that wears the hat of his dad. Also, let's talk about the f***ing stickers! Yeah, he has some stickers that look like the details on the G1 toy. He has them on his legs, arms, this 5mm pod on his back, tail fins, and two Decepticon badges on his shoulder, and the nose cone on the Jet backpack. Ugh, stickers. As with all toys released in the Titan's Return line, Overlord comes with his own personal Titan Master, Dreadnaught. Dreadnaught is based on one of the two Power Masters that came with original toy. To be exact, Dreadnaught is based on the Tank Power Master, which is known as Giga in Japan. If you want to buy the second one, that comes with the Jet, by Mega, you would need to buy Sky Shadow with Ominous. Fuck you, Hasbro. At least I can say that they kept the coloring accurate, with the black body and painted turquoise head, which by the way you need to be careful with removing. Now let's look at the gimmicks. First we have the accessories. This big purple blaster is his only weapon, even though the back of the box depicts him with an additional rifle that got scrapped. Fuck you, Hasbro, again. And the Jet nose cone that can be mounted on his shoulder as a shield. His other gimmick is that his chest panels are openable, as a reference to the G1 toy that stored his Power Masters in there. This toy can store either Titan Masters or Power Masters. Maybe Overlord is so special that he has some abilities of containing two powers at once? Or maybe mixing them together? I don't know. Oh yeah, talking about the Titan Master powers, I forgot to mention. Dreadnaught gives Overlord a power of Ion Imploder Fire Blast. I don't know what it is. In the articulation department, Overlord can rotate his head, as well as slightly tilting it up and down. He can rotate his shoulders, move it up and down, bend and rotate the elbows. His legs can move forward, backward, and to the side, rotating the thigh, and he has a pivot in his ankle. In my opinion, his articulation is pretty good, but he's missing some stuff. Like for this price point, I would maybe give him a wrist rotation, or a rotation the waist. Like those are the only things that he's missing. And maybe a butterfly jointed chest. Like, his chest is shaped like a 4-door shelf. It makes him hard to move his arms forwards and backwards. Now let's compare Overlord with Kumbambiao KO of Combiner Wars Megatron, Power of the Prime's Battle Trap, and Titan's Return Titan Master Terrible, and my boy Max and Bumblebee. And let's compare him with his partners from the Phase 6s. Okay, now let's get into the transformation. Since Overlord is a duoclone, he has a really interesting transformation scheme. Mostly that he is formed by two different vehicles, a jet and a tank. He also has a third alt mode, but I'm going to talk about that one later. First, vehicle modes. Let's start with the tank mode. I really like the transformation. The legs simply flip into this cute squarey tank with openable cockpit. But sadly the tankticulation, if I can call that, there is none. I know that the transformers are sometimes limited. They either don't lift the turret or they don't rotate. But Overlord can't do any of that. He can only shoot forward. Now let's compare him with Kumbambiao, KO of Combiner Wars Megatron, Puff the Primes, Road Trap, and Titan's Return Titan Master Terrible, and my boy Max and Bumblebee. Now let's get into the jet mode. It feels like a total version of the tank. It's realistic with mostly muted colors of black and white. As long as you don't look at the underside where it's simply Overlord chilling with his face turned back. Just like the tank mode, the cockpit is openable. Let's just put ominous in there. Just be careful, this black piece of the cockpit likes to pop off. You can also take out the nose cone to ease up the access to it. Now let's compare him with Kumbambiao KO of Combiner Wars Megatron, Power of the Primes, Battle Slash, and Titan's Return Titan Master Terrible, and my boy Max and Bumblebee. And if anyone watched Transformers Master Force, yes, he can kinda pull off the super jet mode. Now let's get into the fourth mode, the base mode. I still don't get why all of the Titan's Return leaders had base modes. At least Overlord had that in G1, so. And this is the base mode. It looks kinda simple, but I like it. I don't know why, but it finds that the Decepticon base filled with weapons and evil space robot has a balcony. It's really cute. You can connect the base with other bases using those two ports on his feet. Kinda sad that the new Battle Masters aren't compatible with those Titan's Return ports. Okay, so that's all for Overlord. This toy is really cool and it's lots of fun, but I kinda feel he's missing something. This way he kinda reminds me of Titan's Return Galvatron, which made me feel the same way. Maybe with some upgrade packs or 3D prints would turn him into a really great fig. Oh yeah, also we have the Takara version that has a lot of differences. Maybe one day I'll also review that one, since I think they are designed so differently that it would guarantee a sequel video. Okay, so thank you all for watching. And I want to thank Vierci Crafts for donating this toy to their show. Don't forget to like, subscribe, check out all my social media, support me on Ko-fi and tip donation, and don't forget, only reason why I didn't do some pipes crashing joke is cause I don't have a pipes toy. Bye!